6. Quick recap of the last session. You guys had a pretty daring session last time. As far as downtime actions, I think a lot of it was, I know that Zodiac was trying to establish his trade company.
Yeah.
Did I?
To do the...
Gemini, that's
right, yeah. Because you're going to end up having 12. Very clever.
I wasted money.
What did you do?
I wasted money.
A ludicrous amount of money.
Oh, that's correct.
I spent
You overindulged on your gotcha game.
much money.
And then you ended up losing all of your...
I lost all of my
all
money.
of your stash.
Is your stash 0 now?
It's 2 because we got paid.
Oh, because we got paid.
I'm living in the Ritz, man.
The ship leveled up, so you would have got 2 stash, and you'd have the couple
Yeah.
credit now because you guys got
I'm
paid.
like outside the Ritz just to go hunting for rats.
Was that it? Was that no? Because you paid for 2 actions and you made 2 other. You made
Yeah, I
your
built a lightning
your
cannon.
lightning cannon flamethrower.
Yes.
BS that destroyed everything.
Yeah.
And then Outlaw.
It blew up in his hands. It is a warp lightning cannon.
Outlaw de-stressed mostly.
Yeah, and then you tried to infuse most of the ivory.
Oh yeah, I started a project of infusing ivory into my very being.
So do you have like
Ivory Reef?
half sewn on leaves on your coat?
I'm glad
covered
all
like
of it.
animation?
Riff.
So
Creme fraiche.
yeah, the ivory riff is you try to get it in your
You should
coat,
have made a coat out of it.
but you only got 1 on the progress clock out of I think 4, which kind of makes sense.
With his help.
You were high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I got the doctor tell me, and then we just like, wow, we both know nothing about tailoring.
And I think you took drugs for the first time last time.
Yeah, I did. I finally de-stressed.
Yeah.
I forgot I'm an addict.
By Snaps Jackson.
Yeah.
No, it was
no,
it
cool.
was cool ice.
Oh, Cool Ice.
Cool Ice by
Jackson.
Snaps Jackson.
Didn't bring any cool ice today.
I know.
Madness.
I'm
So
sad.
you actually indulged your vice, you got high, and then you came home and tried to put leaves in a coat. So
Yep.
okay, that checks out.
100%.
And then the Padre,
Not the Padre.
who
Stitch. Well, the dog.
Doc.
The doc.
He
Jesus, that was
did some stress relief. Spoke with the pilot about Brome.
yes.
Didn't get
Yeah.
much answers. Did some training. I think it was
Yeah.
that.
haven't
The
done
pilot, I
training
think you were
so
talking to
long.
Zodiac. That was more of a narrative thing. I don't think there was any rolling.
Well, it was stress relief for
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was
that's right.
he was
Yeah, that was-
doctoring.
It was
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
something.
She's gonna have to doctor me again.
true.
Oh,
You
you're
should
stressed out, so
stop
you don't have to
getting
stress
shot.
now, though.
Correct. I don't.
Yeah, you've gotten shot a lot.
Oh, that's
I
right.
not recommend
We
it.
did
I
have
keep
that
getting
on
shot while
the
running to things that, like, get my attention.
Okay, so
Weeds.
after downtime action, you guys ended up deciding to go on the mission to save. Well, because I guess you guys got communication from Stacey Weathers, which was laden with plenty of coded
Waffles.
Chicken and
coded
waffles.
waffle warnings.
Held prisoner at the IHOP.
Exactly. Which was you were given directions that said IHOP, which was not actually an IHOP,
IHOPs
an
do not
Imperial
exist.
warship. So you guys made your way.
It was codenamed IHOP.
It was codenamed IHOP. We can say that. Well, you guys destroyed the IHOP, so that's great.
It's the Imperial Hostility Operations Center. IHOP.
That's amazing.
I don't like how fast he came up with that.
I've been thinking about it.
That's all he's thought about.
So you guys got the communication, decided that your best course of action was to kind of sneak your way towards the coordinates. I think you guys were all desperate
As usual.
for your engagement. So you guys made your way to the planet where closest to where that the IHOP was in orbit of. Made your way around the planet, spotted the Stacy ship. Were relieved to see it, and then all of a sudden you came around to see a destroyer class vessel from the Imperial military that was holding it in its bay, and they immediately sent fighters after you, which you evaded through some pretty wicked flying by Zodiac and Weibo, sorry.
It's not. It's on purpose. I can tell.
At this point,
It's on purpose.
Just call him Weibo.
So you guys were able to pilot some crazy dog diggery down to the planet. Evade a whole bunch of them. They got engaged by the security force on the planet because the planet was a very mineral-rich planet and had its own pretty significant security force. And they are enough of a security force that they don't really care about engaging the Imperial military. So you lost a bunch of ships in a fight there. You managed to make your way through the fight and then get into some caverns and some some hollows and caves and stuff like that to fly through in your ship, which were massive, obviously, because your ship's quite big. And then you get followed. You were followed by some of the ships that, fortunately, Pile Driver was able to get rid of by destroying some supports.
Some supports
some crystals, and then dropped a whole shelf of like crystal on top of the rest of the ships, destroying them. And then Outlaw cleared you guys by saying you were pretty much hegemony, which is wicked, because you guys were able to like just make your way up to the ship, except for when you showed up and you had your guns armed, your weapons armed, and then they decided that you were pretty suspicious, so they just like tractor beamed you onto the ship. Outlaw then failed to sneak out of the ship spectacularly. But discovered that like the coat that he had on, the farm coat, was a coat that he had stolen from somebody at an orphanage that he was at, which eventually figured out was his father. He was trying to use that coat again, but then failed miserably. And then there was a whole lot of talking, trying to convince the Imperial military that you were just there to see Stacey Weathers, who was a friend of yours, and you were trying to help. And then Outlaw got singled out by an officer who turned out not to be an officer of the Imperial military, as far as you guys would assume. Echo actually was able to break through your comms and let Outlaw know that you were talking to Horrocks, and he started threatening your life. And
Horrocks did.
Horrocks started
not Echo.
Yes, sorry. Horrocks started to threaten Outlaw's life in a separate kind of cargo container, asking where you'd gotten very dramatically asking where you'd gotten your coat, and, demanding that you tell him. You didn't even know, but then eventually through devil's bargains, we figured out that you had gotten your coat from your father, who was, whose name is Father Padre, or Father Whiskey.
Father Whiskey.
Just really good at getting
Father.
Father Whiskey. I don't actually understand how, I've done it like 4 times now. So he told you need to get your father to him, and he gave you a destination.
To San Handra.
San Handra, the planet in the whole system. You have a week, which is we'll say longer, like a stellar week, or a galactic week would be longer than what you would think.
Like a month.
Well, that would be a significant amount of time. Maybe not.
You don't need to define it.
No, it's just
it's when it comes up. That's when
it's exactly.
Oh, it's a week now.
It's oh my god, it's
16
been a week all of a
sessions
sudden.
from now.
Yeah.
After we've done 30 things.
100%. Yeah.
Oh.
And then you came back, Outlaw. Then Horrocks, just as soon as you showed up, he vanished after throwing you to the ground, and you didn't even recognize him when he left. So Outlaw was brought back to the group, where the group was getting frustrated, not being able to convince the guards to bring them anywhere. And then even after dropping the Lazarus Project as a name, something that you guys had, the crew still didn't, the security crew didn't even know what you were talking about, and they just said, screw it, we're going to detain you. And at that point, actually, I believe the doc had gone mad with frustration.
It's right about then, yeah.
It was about then.
There was a consequence that they were going to confiscate the box, and I resisted, and that's what made me trauma out.
Exactly. So you traumatized out taking Reckless, which makes sense. So then you just essentially started to stammer and kind of go on with the security crew, at which point Zodiac decided to take it upon himself to just say fuck it and start.
I like that you guys doc's out, guns out.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one to tell me about my bad actions.
The talker's gone, let's start blowing shit up. So then Zodiac looked over and through non-verbal communication, just a quick nod, was able to talk to Pile Driver and Outlaw and say, okay, shit's gonna go down. At which point shit went down. You guys started to murder people in a fantastic fashion. Making your way towards Stacey Weathers, taking out the entire security force in front of you within an instant.
Fine.
See the last session for my epic description of your guys' fight. And then you're able to make your way through the ship back into the other ship bay, the docking bay, where they were helping Stacey Weathers, where you were able to obliterate the last of the defenses that were in your way thanks to a supercharged lightning flamethrower cannon
that Pile Driver
was using, and Outlaw plugged the ship's power into.
And then also it exploded.
After
and he live streamed.
Exactly, after he had recorded himself testing his new weapon on a bunch of Imperial soldiers, whereby he a straight up cone of pure energy was shot out of this thing and just completely evaporated.
You gotta name that thing.
It's
Well,
gone.
You gotta,
You gotta name the prototype.
you gotta get a new one and name it probably.
Yeah.
And then so you're able to find Stacey Weathers, free her, to which she responded by getting really affectionate with Zodiac. Because I think Zodiac now
also took a
himself
doll's
is
part.
super affectionate with Stacy.
Chicken waffles.
Chicken and waffles. Might end up finding yourself making some, soft decisions for Stacy, but we'll see.
Oh.
And then so Stacy, you didn't really have as much information, I think, as you go, what guys wanted to get out of her. So it was pretty dangerous, you just kind of let her go. And then you guys decided to flee the ship also because you had, fortunately, damaged the systems of the ship enough that the propulsion system was down, as well as the tractor beam. So you guys were able to leave. On the way out, I believe Zodiac grabbed some Imperial outfits.
Yes,
It
sir.
required some fine disguises.
Fine Imperial military disguises. Yeah.
Fine Imperial military disguises. That's going to come in some handy.
Also, it was noted that some of the bodies died of stab wounds.
100%. So this Horrocks character that had essentially kidnapped Outlaw for 2 seconds was confirmed by Echo to have been one of the Ashen Knives' most deadly assassins.
Doesn't seem bad, deadly.
He killed a bunch of people.
He didn't kill you.
Kill Outlaw.
Okay, during that firefight, we didn't even see this man, and he killed how
He
many
killed-
people?
He did kill a significant amount of people. As for a devil's bargain, it turned out that there were a lot of the people that died.
It
died
wasn't
from
confirmed.
just one single stab wound.
Wasn't confirmed it was him.
Well, devil's bargain means it's a fact. It
Could have been anyone with a knife.
could have been anyone with a knife.
Anyone
True.
that's magical and has a knife. I wonder who it could be.
It could have been that when I threw the grenade, it exploded a crate of knives.
Very likely that there's just a crate of knives in this cargo bag.
And knives just went flying everywhere.
And every one of these guys just got hit by one knife that it just happened to land in
It was
a
an
critical
Ashen
spot.
Knives dagger crate.
100%.
Yes.
Homing knives.
Yeah, it's a heart seeker.
It happens more than you'd think.
Honestly, that sounds like a project to
It's
acquire.
like that last
Heart
Airbender
seeker
thing. It's like,
ballistic
my
knives.
cabbages! Like everywhere we go, Ashen Knife crate.
Yeah, we should make those.
Yeah,
But
so
if these do, they make some knives.
that, I believe, was the end of your guys' campaign. Or the end of your session, sorry, not campaign.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, but it's done. That's it, we're going to make characters now.
So, downtimes.
So yeah, now we're working the downtime action based on the successful extraction mission that you guys completed to get Stacy.
Cool. So we have 2 ship damage. And there's no one crit on the ship. So,
I'll spend the other cred to repair it.
action.
Is it an action to repair it?
Yeah.
Is it 2 actions to repair it twice?
Yeah.
Hot diggity.
2 of us need
Never
to-
mind. I have too much stress and an injury. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, you.
Alright.
Well, it's up to anybody,
Yeah.
Outlaw and combat.
I will.
I feel like Doc has taken the brunt of the ship repairs.
I will spend an action in the crit on the ship to repair one of the damage.
I can spot the cred for whoever else wants to
I'll
repair.
spend my action if you want to spend your cred.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm good with
Alright,
that.
so that's ship damage repaired.
And you guys have shields now.
And we have shields now.
It's like repairing the
Oh,
ship.
dice. Dice.
Oh yeah. It's like repairing the ship, and he's like, I'm
Give us
sick and tired
the
of repairing
blessed
this ship.
implement.
Let's install a shield. Like we had it this whole time. I don't know why I never put it on.
Doc finally goes over the switch, goes.
Yeah, there's
Fine.
a little lever in the ship. What does this do?
I think Doc is gonna go down to our little VR bay
Cry.
and
Have to cry.
he's gonna do some training. I think he's actually gonna do some combat training. Sims, because he's getting a little aggressive with his reckless, but
That's fair.
so I'm just gonna transfer that. So
Okay.
don't need dice for that.
No, it's all good.
Alright, who else wants to do downtime?
I haven't done anything yet. So, as soon as I get on the ship, I'm going to rush into my room.
Start sewing.
Starts so.
No, not sewing.
Have you
much.
told everybody about
No, not
what's
yet.
going down? Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna rush into my room and I am going to basically I'm gonna look like on all of my computers that I've gathered throughout my adventures, and I'm basically gonna try to find anything about my father in them. And then, like, based on my own knowledge of my father, I'm gonna try to link them together.
Do you have a
Kind
closet
of
in your
find
room?
out where he is. Well,
You have a closet in your room? Because you might want to check it.
It's always open.
Just
Trust
set
me.
up mirrors all over the ship.
We should empty out the ship and then just put my flamethrower inside it. There we go. It's all metal. It's not like it's gonna burn.
Ah, yes. So yeah.
Yeah. No, cool.
So you want to set a project?
Yeah, so I want to start Project 2. Find my papa.
Find my papa.
Yep.
Why don't you just look at your
hell
dis-
of a clock.
Yeah, like only just a little
Find
bit.
my papa.
Only a little bit.
just look at your Skype account. Go find
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Cover it.
So, that's going to be study, I guess.
Alright.
It's the only one that makes sense to me. You have like pretty much all the systems unlocked already. But you're not telling anybody else about the encounter you had with this horse.
Not yet. I want to
Okay.
find out more.
And you're just going to try to find some information on your dad.
Yep.
Okay.
Would like to find
Based
out
on, like you
more.
said, your knowledge of like the orphanage that like he brought you to all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm going to use like basically like my own knowledge combined with all this computer knowledge. If there's anything about him on it,
Okay.
try to figure out where he'd go.
There's a good chance they try to monitor him, so there must be information there.
Exactly. Yeah. It would make sense.
could-
So
you
yeah,
could ask
it's a
Echo,
study
too.
roll.
Well, I'll ask Echo next.
I guess, yeah.
You have 2 in study.
Yeah, 2 in study.
Solid. Is there? Hold on. Okay, I didn't see the dice shit. I was gonna ask if like you did making me devil bargains for this, right?
Sure, but didn't ask
Can I?
me.
Oh,
Shit. That's all.
yeah, that's fine.
I should have said hold on faster.
I thought we couldn't use devil's bargains, so
We've been doing them pretty consistently in downtime. So.
I think
yeah.
the
I
one-
remember once that we said we couldn't, and then
Yeah, I thought we were just
Yeah,
allowed
it
to
was
push,
for
push
potency.
yourself.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah, potency doesn't have an effect.
I really want to get that information. So yeah, I'll set a clock. It'll be a 4.
Yeah. It's
What was
all-
it again? What did you say? Find my papa.
yeah, find my papa.
I don't
God.
think
Forward
your
block.
dad's gonna try hiding from you. Maybe. I don't know. Did you flesh out your backstory?
No.
Include your papa in it?
So you get a 1 tick out of a 4 o'clock.
He stole his coat.
Do you have any other actions?
Yeah, I have more actions.
Okay. Well, you think of what you want to do, and we can come back to you. Everybody
Yeah.
else? You two?
Mine.
So what
just-
do I find like so far?
I suppose, yeah, we didn't resolve that.
Yeah.
So you did get 1 tick. So you'll, like, search based on the location first. Like, you'll kind of go into the Ashen Knives network that you've got set up and then try and search for, like, sort of where you remember you were when you were younger and see if there's anything monitoring anything, like anybody in that area. Then you find, like, a couple of different results. But none, like not one that sticks out to you, like none that have any named references that reference anything that you remember. So you're kind of just like narrowing down through stuff now, which is what you get for just getting a 1, not
Yeah.
another 4. Okay, all right, guys.
So at some point, I'm just gonna, as my action, I'm gonna use you as a narrative, and be like, go see the doc, because after like this big frantic battle in the ship, and like get in there, I'm like taking off the heavy gear, so like body armor of some sort, because I did use armor,
Oh, yeah,
and
Tommy Tickle.
putting down all these weapons and stuff that I had, my detonators and blah blah blah. Sit down, my head doc. So I got
Wait.
I got hit in the ship now, or I got hit in the ship back there on my way to Stacy. So
It was like a gut shot too, wasn't it?
yeah, and I was like, yeah, like
Give him a belly rub, Doc.
I got shot by a blaster, and now I got the tummy tickle.
I'll get one out of it.
Yeah.
Doc's like,
This is
oh
very
god,
serious.
Yeah.
oh god, not the tummy tickle.
I love how all the
So
doctor
many men died.
he's done is rubbing people.
That's absolutely fatal. Quick, come let me help you. He says this as he's organizing all the weapons and armor that you put down.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna heal
Takes
that.
a gun and
Yeah,
shoots
it's
you,
just level
put it
one,
out of
you
your
just-
misery.
I can roll it if you like, but.
And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna have a cigar while Not worried about said tummy tickle because I'm a badass.
And it was all for Stacy, so.
Also, to me, tummy tickle sounds not threatening at all because I don't know future doctor terms, but.
Oh, in future doctor terms, tummy tickle is one of the worst conditions you can have from a
I
gunshot.
take it
it's a
that-
residual effect from a blaster.
I take it in the future doctors, like as a way of reducing anxiety in patients, have
Name
renamed
everything.
things as child.
What was that we had before Tingle Toes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that you and I had.
Yeah.
Shoulder scritches, I think, was the last one that Nick had.
So because of that, I'm going to. Actually,
The doc's textbook is like just like this children.
Did you
It's
want
a pop-up. It's a pop-up
Stress.
book.
It's got a bear on the cover.
I mean, yes, probably, because you
Feel
need
the
to
bear.
de-stress.
I'm going to de-stress. I don't need to have it dealt with someone else, but someone
Yeah.
can join me.
Yeah, well, because I gotta go.
In which case, I'm gonna go after Doc helps me out.
right here.
I'm going over to Pile Driver, and I'll be like,
Well, actually, before we do that, I'll
Okay.
spend my last action as to go to the training room, see that one of the previous simulations that was loaded up was a dating sim. It's like, I'll try that, then train and resolve.
So you only get one experience in Resolve.
Exactly.
He saves over my save game.
All right, and then I'll go join.
I'll see. I'll find you in.
So you're gonna have to pay for the action.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because you said you're gonna de-stress.
Mm-hmm.
How many stress do you have?
4.
See, I can amp or decrease.
Yeah,
I suppose that's the
dice
only way
budget.
you're gonna get rid of the 4.
So literally, all I have to roll is 2 to 6, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So for me, I walk in and I assume that for some reason, probably pointless, we have a projector showing what the VR is currently going through. So I'm seeing this giant Russian playing a weird dating sim.
Who was it that used it last time? Was it you?
It was
Yeah, it
me.
was you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I just used it a minute ago.
Yeah.
But that was a comment.
Yeah, so the one before the combat sim, I think, was it was a dating sim
Yeah.
because the Outlaw was trying to work his social skill up.
And instead of talking to us, he decided to use
Went
that.
into a simulator, simulated all of you guys in a dating sim.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
In the sim, now look me in the eye.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go over to Pile Driver and interrupt his VR session. And
It's not what it looks like. It was already there.
Okay, is what it looks like.
Okay, it's definitely what it looks like. Let me finish. Sarah almost went on date with me.
listen, what the hell's your actual name?
Brian Koluski.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course it is.
I'm gonna call you
Brian.
your actual name here. Like,
Ryan. I love this fucking Russian named Brian.
Listen,
as I said about him, the Russian accent is a ruse.
My last name sounds Russian-ish.
No,
Not really.
it's you're adopted by a Russian. You do it try to fit in
Don't worry about
a last vestige of your
So,
childhood.
Not actually from Russia, because space.
Yeah. Space Russia.
There is no Russia.
So yeah, I'll be like, Brian. Brian. I need to have a word with you.
All right.
Maybe we go someplace to just relax for a bit while we have this conversation.
That'd be great.
So, yeah, taking us to the casino. And get there, we'll do our de-stress stuff first.
Still rolling with one, because we still only have one result.
Probably good.
Yeah.
-1.
So 5 minus 2.
I
You
put
can
the
do a
Well, so
minus
we,
two
we,
or down two.
I said you guys can
Oh.
-1 and +1 too, so you can just
perfectly clear.
yeah, so you can go -1 and then clear all your stress.
Yeah. 5 plus 2 is 7, which is what I have.
Cool. So you guys go to the casino to talk, and obviously as you walk into the casino, Powder just like completely separates from you and goes to play scotch again.
I just follow him because I'm
Yeah.
just there to smoke a
You
cigar.
will also
Sounds
watch
fun.
me spend a small fortune again.
I think they like us, they're no smoking on the casino.
Yeah.
You quickly just smoke the whole thing in front of
Someone tries to stop me. I'm like,
Actually, yeah.
an entire cigar.
someone tries to stop me. I'm like, I saved a life with this thing, okay?
The cherry just like keeps growing on it. It's just the whole thing's glowing and it turns to ash as he's just like inhaled it all.
You're just turning red.
Another thing
Wide
about
eye, just like inhaling and coughing and inhaling, and he's just like,
You're
"That's
tearing
what I
up."
think of your no cigar policy.
that's another quality of the ivory leaf is it doesn't actually burn; it retains its shape, so it's like still holding up like all those
It's
burns.
just like all this turns
like
to
a-
like ash.
yeah.
You're like one of those cartoon villains.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you're gambling away, I'm gonna be like, so no doubt you haven't noticed we haven't spoken since.
Oh yeah, really?
Oh
eh?
yeah, that's right.
This is gonna be emotional.
The incident.
Yes, I'm sorry about it. Like I said, I used to work with other machines that would be forced to do such things, and I didn't mean it in a way that it was that's all they were for. It was all they were for the people we worked for, but they also treated me the same way, so I know how
I don't know if
it is.
they're representing the same.
So
Like when we talked in the room the last time. Like when you and the doc were having a chat, I just popped in and said, "Yeah, I used to work with."
No, I think he's talking about.
I'm talking about
Echo.
blowing
yeah,
up
yeah.
Echo Vector.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm like, okay. I was wondering because it's been bothering me ever since. It's like, why would he do this? But like, the only thing that comes to mind is that he was designed. Like, he had a design flaw, and we never got to dealing with it quickly enough. And I was hoping to get him to some sort of mechanic or robotics engineer or something to look into and make sure that he's fine.
Yes, I'm certain he was altered in a way that caused him to do these things.
Oh my god.
I'm super, super happy to hear someone thinks the same.
Yes, there's no way that this was Echo's own choices. He seemed like a nice fellow. I helped him join the crew in the first place too. I may not have trusted him, but he wasn't the bad guy.
You didn't? No, sorry.
He did.
Continue to
Yeah.
talk.
That does make me feel quite a bit better. I'm still pretty broken up about it. I like put my hand on your shoulder. I'm like, see, you don't need to play the dating simulator. You're good at this.
Oh, that was just I wanted to see what it was.
Okay.
It does not look like. It was definitely what it looked like. Oh.
Sure thing.
Somebody acts like, yeah, okay.
Here, while we're here, I've some people I want you to meet.
Oh boy. All right.
So we're going down to Monpa's cigar shop.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I was like, you're gonna bring me to an alley and shank me.
That's what it sounded like. I'm like,
Well, legitimately, I believe he's believing everything you're saying.
I have no reason not to. You guys succeeded in fooling me about what happened. So now I'm just trying to rationalize what happened.
And I 100%.
If you agree with my, like, if you were the one that came up with that before I even mentioned my thing, my belief, and it was the same, I would be like, yeah, he thinks it too. Freaking Doc didn't believe it.
Okay, so next time Pod Driver takes soft as a fucking trauma. Like, you did this big Russian man who's like trying to people please everybody and like be super soft with the robot and teach him how to make better bombs.
So yeah, we're going to Ma Pa's, and I'm like, Ma, Pa! And I like give him a hug. They reluctantly do so.
Okay, Pod Driver notices that Mom and Pa are like, they're
Can I
like smiley
squeeze
when
under the door?
when they're facing him, but when their like faces go behind his because he's hugged them, they're just like rolling the shit out of their eyes.
Like crazy people. Like it's full rotation, not like 180.
It's back through up straight up and then comes up again to the bottom of the eye.
It's terrifying.
I'll just nod at them.
No,
Like-
rolling their eyes is in like their tired bullshit.
Yeah. I gather that.
This is my clearly Russian friend Brian.
It's not what it looked like.
This is Ma and Pa, the people I get my like wicked top of the line cigars at, and we just help them out with the ivory leaf. You should try one.
Does the Ma and Pa shop have like a sign that says like their actual premium brand, and it's not the way the ivory thing?
No, he does smoke a really like expensive cigar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say that like the cigars he smokes are actually really top of the line.
Nice.
They're his victory cigars. They're in italics. They're his only italics item.
Really?
They're gonna be worth
You try the Victory cigars; they're like top of the line.
Victory's the brand name.
Yeah. The other stuff's. Yeah. I mean, they're great, Ma and Pa, but this one's the best.
Yeah, I'll try them.
So I hand him a cigar, and I watch very intently.
I like to think that like the display of cigars is like crammed full because you're the only one who gets them. So they have to like peel it out because there's no give because there's no empty slot.
I don't want to like crush it either. It's really,
Yeah. Well,
They just blow the dust off. Of it.
yeah. My character's never smoked, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna cough a bit.
Okay.
And you're gonna get Brian hooked on smoking. Poor innocent Brian.
Good damn.
Or as it sounds like
You're so young.
Actually,
I'd like everyone to remind, everyone, and to like just to imagine it in their heads that
I'm
this
like
is
6'9".
a towering Russian, brutalized-looking character who sounds like he's 12.
There's still scorch marks on his hand.
my father was an office worker.
So now that I brought you here, I do have a reason. This wasn't just to introduce you to Ma and Pa. Well, it mainly was, but I have a proposition for you. Now, as you may
Do
know,
you wish to sell my lightning cannons?
no, that's not my jam. However, I have a business proposition for you. I've noticed that you're getting hit in the wallet a little bit from I don't know what. I'm assuming you're being robbed.
Yes and no.
Who's bullying Brian?
This is an
First
intervention.
name has been cursed.
Very close to making Brian a child. What's happening?
I'm actually like
not allowed in the casino.
Yeah.
I'm 14, but I'm just 6'9".
No one cards him because he's humongous.
Because he's giant. Fake
So-
Russian accent makes more sense.
Ma and Pa came up with this great idea to open up a distribution center.
Are they just rolling their eyes?
And they asked me,
I nodded my head is what happened. So yes, they are rolling their eyes.
to head up Gemini. And I hold up like this, this big like concept picture
Oh.
of what this place is gonna be like.
He set up
Concept
this meeting like before.
So I'm gonna like put it there. I'm gonna have like a stick pointing at stuff, and then be
Oh
like,
my god, you just walked into a timeshare meeting. It's gonna be 3 hours of your life.
He's-
You're never gonna get
Jag,
back.
he's
It's a
trying.
pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme. Get out! This is literally a pyramid scheme. Oh wow, you're really low on money.
this
You
is
know, this business.
With all
sucks.
this small investment on your part, you'll be making twice as much. Okay, sorry. Let's let Zodiac continue. This is taking us some time.
okay. So we're gonna have this way station above Mem, which I hear you have a particular interest in, and are you not trying to like originally build this lightning cannon for underwater use?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which is the worst idea.
I care about cigars, man.
What's a worse idea than a flamethrower underwater and an electricity cannon underwater?
It's fine.
All right, so I'm gonna be like, okay, so it's gonna be equipped with all the like. Here is gonna be the the main warehouse. Here's gonna be our docking base for all the ships that are gonna be coming by and grabbing all the stuff. However, it's gonna be a big way station. We have a lot of employees. I say we because I'm hoping you'll be invested in this as much as I am. So that we're gonna have a rec center. It's gonna be a whole floor. Because I'm gonna be that good company that takes care of their people, like Space Costco.
It's space gospel's a thing now, and they're very powerful.
Yes! I'm hoping
Level 5 game.
I'm hoping in the future maybe they'll pick up my cigars wholesale and we'll make some business out of that. But for the time being, so we're gonna have this big rec center, and I'm looking to get a license for gambling. And I'm not too familiar with it. I only come to the ship for Ma and Pa's place.
I play one gambling.
And I was thinking of filling it with nothing but the Fate whatever game you're playing.
That is a horrible idea. But I'm on board with
Just
it.
like 20 gotcha game consoles.
In fact,
Like rec center made to make people happy. All you see are a bunch of miserable employees just rolling.
Pouring all their money that they're getting paid back into the company.
in fact,
And that's
I've spoken.
the scheme.
I've actually went and spoken with the casino director, and asked him if he would be willing to sell cheaply the current machines he has for these Fate games and throw them into this way station, so that we have all of our eggs in one basket. It's the best. We won't have to chase this place around anymore. I mean, I'll want to visit Ma and Pa, but I'm sure that they wouldn't mind some time for vacation or whatnot.
They're nodding their heads furiously.
Instead, we'll put it on a stationary object
Yeah.
in the system that we have wanted level 2.
Or I could just move Ma and Pa's shop to the way station too.
So it comes up with an out of nowhere epiphany. All right, Paul Driver, you can say something now. You've had the pitch.
Yep.
That was a long pitch.
Can we read snaps
Alright.
checks?
I will invest in your proposition if, eventually, I can use it as a way to distribute my own brand of
But it's gonna be a big way station, so I don't see why we couldn't open up or just expand slightly. Because I expect my cigar business to be enormous.
making another
That we can expand a little to have an area for your whatever it is you're making.
Weapons manufacturing, I know what you meant to say.
Sure, it's not that hard to get certificates and licenses for that.
With money, definitely not.
in a place that we're wanted in is the best part.
Cool. So I'm officially making you vice president of Gemini Logistics.
Logistics.
And-
I'm a soldier.
So feel free to drop by when we drop by the way station. Feel free to go in. You'll have an office. I have stash galore, so we both have offices. If that's okay. They're not going to be the best of the best offices, but they're going to be offices.
It's like a cubicle.
Yeah, it's actually it's not even finished, this way station, because I'm going to work on it here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, I will allow you. I said,
This is future plans.
for you to have been able to get the gambling machines approved, because you got 4 out of 10.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
So you got a lot
spend
of time.
a cred to work on do a roll on amping that up.
Well, I mean, after that spiel, I would expect nothing less.
Imagine if he didn't.
And then he never worked on it again.
Yeah. No, he has to do it. I just wanted to throw the work onto him. No, so so anytime you feel like dropping by and taking a look at what you want to do towards putting your expansion for your bit that you want to do,
Right.
and blah blah, feel free. We'll be dropping by the way station quite a bit.
Until we get arrested.
Without you noticing, we've actually been walking back to the ship this whole time, and now we're. Unless someone has other business in the casino ship, I'm going to start taking this to the way
I
station.
would probably
Are
have
you
to
gonna
go to
pitch this?
Snapstacks and
Are you gonna
go
pitch
for
this to everyone?
Oh, I'm gonna
No,
do it after.
effectively, I'm not kidding. I didn't have this planned. Because you were so understanding about Echo, I kind of just went off a little bit because I was stoked that you agreed with me. That was as far as I had planned, was the Echo talk.
So are you doing a roll to progress?
Yes, I will, but I'm just. I guess I'll just do that now. What am I rolling? So I'm gonna say
The
that.
way you,
Consort.
that was consort based
yeah.
on what you just did.
Yeah. Okay.
But it would make sense
Devil's
for consort to work.
bargain.
Devil's bargain.
Are you asking me to spend my cred for this?
Pretty much so. I think he's assuming.
The Fate Gotcha game, whatever they play is, Ascension.
It just chooses to give Power nothing all the time.
It just hates him.
Yeah, keeps them addicted.
I've gotten good stuff every once in a while. No.
So it lures you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
how it works.
That's pretty good. That's Devil's Bargain is that the game that you're specifically trying to put all of it into your.
But we're not aware.
No, but it is engine.
Okay, cool.
But we're not aware.
It's fine. This is called RNG.
It won't affect me, right? It's just on my ship.
Just on your way station.
No!
We've seen how good it is to have sentient robots plugged into your stuff.
It's going to end with us with a new ship sheet that just doesn't have any slots for engines.
But it's
I
gonna
guess it
have
would.
it's gonna have so many loading bays.
The 4 comms, 4 hull.
So yeah.
What the shit?
Yeah, the ship that we have now is just gonna be retrofitted to be like a
Can we
trailer.
just make our own ship? I want one hull, one engine, and all the guns I can fit on it.
You can only have like max of 4,
Yeah.
and each ship has different maximums for different things. The ours has max 3 for weapons. The Freedom Fighters have 4.
Jeez. 5.
Okay, so you're gonna progress 2 on that clock. For Gemini,
Really hoping to get a 6. Double 6. That would have been lovely.
Alright, gonna try calling your dad again.
So yeah, back to me. So what do I want to do this time?
Dad, cup.
Did you just do 1 action so far?
Yeah, I've only done
just the
one.
one.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm going to get Echo Victor up and running. But he's already running, so I guess I won't really do that much.
It's
And then-
there in your system, yeah.
yeah,
it's
and I'm going to talk to him about like what he knows about my dad, because he seems to know about Horrocks.
And the Ashen Knives.
If he has anything, yeah, about like the astral knives and like
Ashen
why
Ashen knife.
and why they're after my dad. And
Father.
maybe that could lead me to finding out things.
So how do you ask him?
Well, I'm gonna boot him up.
Are you gonna try and
What
'cause,
I
like
think.
this could go either like depending on how you ask him, you could be like command or consort.
Yeah.
Or if you're like narrate like that you're just navigating the system while he's talking to you, then it's like hack.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just like mostly just navigate his system, like try to go in like
Do you have hack?
I do have pack.
It's better than his
Yeah, way
consort.
better.
Then you consort. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to like just go through
If
his
you
system.
can find a way to twist this where you're like lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna
try it.
I'm gonna like talk to him so he doesn't really know that I'm.
Well, so like just and you can narrate it, but yeah, that's like what I was like. My example was just like you're going through a system.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna like. I'm gonna hook him up to my computers and like look at him through my computer.
I need you to give me the information on this or he's gonna kill us. Kill you specifically, Echo.
Narrate it just a little bit with a bit more detail. I really want to give this shit to you, man.
So I'm gonna boot up Echo and I'm gonna be like, okay, Echo, you seem to just turn on randomly. I'm gonna just look past this right now because I have better things to look on at this point. I need some help. So I'm going to look through your systems if you don't mind. Well, I'm gonna do it anyways because I really need this done, Echo. So yeah. Then I'm just gonna plug him into one of my computers and start looking through him.
Well, yeah, like you could. He's in your systems anyway, so
Yeah.
you could just like log on to one of your computers and start to like navigate your system.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hack.
Alright. Devil's
Are
Daughter.
you? Is he helping you in any way? Like, are you convincing him to help you?
No, I'm just looking through him, really.
Devil's Bargain. Devil's Bargain is gonna be that your dad knows that you're looking for him.
I'll take that.
I mean, that makes it easier.
That does.
It would honestly make sense based on what I know about your dad and based on kind of what you guys know about your dad.
Plus, I mean,
He is all knowing.
I guess the Echo Victor's creator's still alive, so it's not technically an orphan. Padre, I think, for orphans.
Yeah.
Dice. Let's go.
Orphans, 2 segments.
4 segments.
Oh my god, that finishes the clock.
You can spin a cred.
Does not finish the clock.
Well, do you?
Spend a
You can spend a credit. There's one left, and it doesn't actually finish the clock. I just really want to give.
I'm just gonna finish it with like my cred.
Oh yeah, shit! You can use a credit to
You can buy
bump
extra
the-
segments.
to bump the
Oh, yeah.
segments.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'll buy a segment with my cred.
Is it by Val?
It's generally only worth doing if you're down one,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
because
just like,
otherwise you're better at rolling.
yeah, exactly. Because if you have more than one, you're better at rolling because then you can get like 4
Yeah.
Actually,
or 5.
He guaranteed one, yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, or 5. So your dad knows you're looking for him.
Do.
So
Yo.
you're able to talk to like Echo's like, oh, you're going through my systems. What are you looking for? Can I help you? Facetiously, because you're navigating his systems. So you have like a little like bickering back and forth with Echo. He's pretty sore about having been destroyed and pulled out of his body. Like, you know what, man? Like, that was a really weird body. As much as I complained about being left alone, like, I was able to put a lot of work into that body. I had a lot of recordings of stuff on that body.
He still
So-
has the recordings, right?
Well,
Or was that gone?
We'll say it was like some of it was stored in the
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
hard drive in the body itself. But I mean, while this is happening, you're able to like kind of go through systems and using the Ashen Knife systems you have already. Like you're able to kind of use the time period and like the people that you've already kind of like you found. Like I said, you're in the process of narrowing down the list of observation subjects, and so you're able to kind of cross-reference with some of the stuff that Echo Victor has in his system, and like finally, you're like after spending some time doing it and going through because you can kind of narrate that into you being obsessed.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's
Yeah.
why I just immediately ran to my room as soon as we got onto the ship and started doing this.
Yeah, it was checks out. So you're finally able to like sort through, and then finally ding ding ding, like this profile pops up, and it's like titled Padre. The profile itself is like the watch profile is titled Padre, and it gets into specifics, and the name is like Father Whiskey. Oh my God!
Legasp.
Legasp. It's Padre.
That's the guy that's wanted.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You guys have that
Epiphany.
bounty.
My
for
goodness.
Somebody called Padre. So the title is like for the observation subject is called Padre, and you get the information that it's Father Whiskey, and you get like kind of a brief bio on him that the Ashen Knives know. So you know that he was an Ashen Knives assassin, a really good one. Gifted in the powers of like a tune. So again, because the Ashen Knives are like mystical assassins.
That was mostly after he left the Vision.
Okay, well, but they would have that information because they would have records of what had happened when he had gone against the Ashen Knives in what was a clash for artifacts. So you have you get through this brief, history, and it goes into like his background and how he ended up having a child wish with a significant other that he had lost touch with and got back in touch with after he had left the Ashen Knives, who was something Rye. Just Rye, I think. Like her name is just Rye. It's like Cher, but Rye. So the Father Whiskey and Rye managed to have a son that the Ashen Knives were aware of, and gives you like them following Father Whiskey up until he completely vanished and like abandoned a lot of the stuff that they noted that he was taking care of. Like, so he abandoned like his family and his son and the network of orphanages that he was running.
Aww.
You say all of that, he abandoned me.
And even
I'm
so,
the son dimmed.
Stole his coat.
he stole his coat.
That was the end.
That was it. That was the last straw. You needed to go find a new coat.
The coat was the only thing holding them together.
This
He-
worth it.
So he, but also like you'll like be scouring through this information, just like holy shit, like having all these revelations, and then like you come to some other information where you find that there's a record of him killing Horrocks, who you will remember is the guy who threatened you last session on the ship.
Echo Victor did say he was supposed to be dead as well.
There is a Lazarus pit.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
You discover your actual name is Bourbon.
This Lazarus pit.
Yeah.
This Lazarus pit's actually just a pit of those creatures. It's not
Ew.
like sand.
Jesus
Oh no,
Christ.
that would be terrible.
This is a
Death,
pit.
a pure
Sounds
pit of
good.
death. So yeah, so there's a record of a battle happening on a ship before that ship had traveled through the unknown gate. So there's a gate at the edge of the systems that goes to some place that which that's not even an active gate. Somehow mysteriously it activated once in history, and it was when that's like the last record they have of Horrocks. But there's a record of Father Whiskey killing Horrocks before traveling through that gate. And yeah, so like I said, the last thing that you would have for information on Father Whiskey was him disappearing after having like his family. So he's disappeared for, we'll say, like, how old is your character? How old is
That's like how old was like I'm trying to think like my age compared to actually make this to actually make Padre alive, be able to be alive.
So
You'd be young.
Yeah.
if you made you do 20, that would make Padre like 70.
Yeah, he was like.
So, yeah, I'll say I'm like 23.
You were an accident. Is what happened.
But Rye was younger.
Rye was
Makes-
younger.
doesn't make sense.
You got a mom, maybe she's dead. I don't know. There's no record of.
Find out.
There's no record of Rye in the. There's no like after the family, after Padre or after Father Whiskey having a son. There's no record of Rye in the stuff you're finding.
She became the leader of
You
the
weren't
National
born.
Knives.
It wasn't Ashen Knight.
Whiskey pulled you out of his forehead.
You'll find out actually also that Horrocks was the leader of the Ashen Knives
Buzz?
before he was killed.
Like that they've had an eye on you since before you were born.
I don't like this.
This
Man, they should be
You're
called the
even-
Eshin Knives for crying out loud.
Yeah, my fear grows.
Yeah, it's just like, that's what I mean. Like you're just like spending a significant amount of time just like pouring through all this information because there's a shit ton of information there, like on Father Whiskey, on your father, and like his history with the Ashen Knives, his escapades in the artifact incident that it's labeled, I guess. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happened there that they know of. Literally, at one point, your father boarded a ship by ramming it. Like boarded a Ashen Knife ship by ramming it with their ship with a party of people and managed to storm the Ashen Knife ship and like steal something from their leader.
Jeez.
Steal an artifact from their leader. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of like crazy shit that you read about your dad happening. And then, so the last record, like I said, was like he left his family and he abandoned the orphanages. And we'll say that, like, as far as they know, like the system, like the information they have, the last trace of him was he was traveling through a gate to the hold system. I'll give you that.
So he's here.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's in hold. Now I just have to find him, contact him.
Your dad is the pop.
Well, and then another thing like that you definitely have to take away from this is that the title, like the subject was titled Padre, and again, like you guys realized that you had information on Bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Someone
Dream
called
Team bounty hunters were sent after him.
Yeah, and
What
they
planet were they
disappeared.
sent to?
Can't be that good if Horrocks wasn't a part of them.
They were sent to San Alejandro.
So he's
I
already
think,
there?
as far as I know.
Yeah,
I think that's actually
I think it
what
was.
I think I written in that it was San Alejandro.
I have it written in my.
It's all common.
Tristan, are you,
Yeah, it's
gonna,
Andrew.
are you gonna indulge your vice there?
I will after.
Good.
If I can think of anything else to do first.
Was that your second action?
That was my
your second action? And then you paid a credit to
Yeah.
up it, so you have to pay a credit if you wanted to do another action to get rid of stress. How many stress do you have?
I have 5 stress. So
Yeah,
I'll definitely be doing that.
Definitely trying to get some frost.
So yeah, so after reading this information, I'm just going to walk out of the shit, almost half catatonic, and I'm gonna just basically the most direct path
To Snaps.
to Snaps tracks.
There's like a long pile, like a long silence after you leave your equipment, and then all of a sudden you hear just like echoes like, "Oh holy shit, you're Father Whiskey's kid. You're an incredible letdown." And you're just like,
Just more color drains from my face.
starts to like very colorfully like berate you for
Echo's
not
like
being anywhere near what your father and mother are, because he like Echo Victor knows a significant amount about like your father's escapades from like he has direct access, like a lot of the network, like the history network, well not history network, sorry, but like a lot of like the records in the network that make up the Action Knife network are like immediately accessible by Echo as an AI, or like not exactly an AI, but you know what I mean. So like his memory essentially is made up of all of these records, so he knows immediately like all the stuff that your dad had done in the past as an Action Knife, because he was like this master assassin, murdered incredible amounts of people, and like toppled governments and did all this crap. And he's like, and you were rejected by like a bioorganism. Holy shit! And he just like keeps going and like in your ear.
Is Echo just more?
So yeah, I basically just nod in agreement with him the entire time.
The entire
It's like,
time walking towards the Snaps Jackson.
Your father like killed Horrocks. You like whined and complained as he dragged you away.
so yeah, I didn't go to Snap Jackson, still being berated by Echo in my ear.
Yeah.
And I just look at Snaps with a very dead inside face and be.
Snaps normally like has a happy demeanor, and he like has like a smile on his face when you show up.
I
Oh
like-
hey Outlaw, and then he sees your face. He's like,
I like to think that Snaps Jackson's father is there, like and just really proud of his son.
They're having a really father-son moment.
Snaps is
And
finally.
then his dad's like, so.
No. They're
Yeah.
playing basketball. together.
Nah, man.
His father.
Snaps Jackson's on a swing set. His dad's like pushing him.
Snaps has finally made himself successful enough to be able to afford to move his dad to the ship, so he can like pay for his dad's like drug habits and shit like that. He's able to support his father. His dad's just there, crippled and happy, like I can't believe I have such an amazing son.
I just kind of interrupt this family moment. I'm like, Snaps, give me the usual.
Just a single tear dropping.
Yeah, no tears. I'm just very I look terrified, sad, and
Yeah.
a little combination.
So Snaps for sure sees this and goes, "Oh my god, Outlaw, I can't. What's going on? No, yeah, I'll definitely get you your usual, man. Here you go.
You're half
You
the
look like a
drugs.
depressed
I
anime
just
girl.
I just
You
hand
look like you need this."
I just hand him the credits. I take the cold ice, and I inject it into myself immediately as I grab it.
Buy Snaps Jackson.
Yes, Snaps Jackson does it for me.
So roll some dice and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's the lowest of all. Do you have
Oh, I had the lowest too.
So 4.
Nice.
Four.
You don't overindulge.
Did you have 4 stress?
I had
You
a
had
5.
5, right? Yeah.
Get overdosed. Maybe my way station needs a drug dealer.
You're just making another casino.
But this is gonna be worse than
You're
the
just
casino.
gonna kidnap everyone from the casino and move them.
Is there any more downtime stuff?
I will narratively go contact Chanzek and ask him what he thought about the video.
Oh, I thought like it was great because you could, like remember I gave you guys like extra credit based on that, so I kind of assumed that you were gonna make your new weapon this downtime.
Nah.
But at least you sold like the prototype idea to Chanzek, and he's like, there's an incredible amount of interest. That shit blew stuff up. We got to figure out how to fix the whole self-detonating thing. But like,
Yeah.
this is amazing. And he's just like busy as hell because he's like trying to broker so many deals with different like arms people. Yeah, you started the craze, man.
Nice. Yeah, I couldn't make a new one right now because I've been busy with gambling. So I'll get back to you next time.
So, yeah.
You know,
He knows my pain. He has the same addiction as me.
I would be willing to give you my last cred if you want to start your clock for a new gun.
That's
As
fine.
a-
I have
as
my
a
I have my own credit if I want.
investment towards you coming to
Yeah.
the way station.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll spend my last cred and start working on a new thing. Actually, yeah. I want to incorporate the. Yeah, I'll just make a finer version of the lightning cannon that won't explode, that I can safely overcharge.
Use a miniaturized ship cornet.
There's
That's
always
how
a
it's
chance it will
fine.
explode.
Yeah, there we go.
So, are you gonna try and like go and find the stuff you need to make it, or do you
Yeah,
have-
I'll go
assume you
find
have the
some-
stuff, or
I'll go find a miniature, like, ship core.
on this like way station you guys
Yeah,
go.
sure.
That would be study, I think.
Yeah, and that's why it costs me money. I have one in study. Devil's Bargain.
Devil's bargain is gonna be that. Oh shit. I now have a backstory from you.
Yes.
Let's see what I can. Okay. There was a survivor on your wrecking crew, from your wrecking crew, the one that was presumed to have all died, and you were
Yeah.
the only survivor. One of your crew survived.
Don't know which one. I will take it though.
There you go.
2 dice. 5.
Okay, so 2.
So how big is this clock anyway?
It'll be an 8 to get a fine. So fine lightning flamethrower.
This time with a
Lightning
ship core.
I like saying it lightning flamethrower because it just sounds ridiculous.
It makes-
Yeah.
Lightning flame.
Lightning flamethrower.
That's not 2 loxes.
Exactly.
That's downtime.
So because I didn't indulge my vice, I take stress equal to my traumas, which is 2. I'll take 2 stress.
Did you indulge your vice?
Yeah, everyone else.
Me and him at the same
That's
time.
right, you did at the same time. That's right.
Alright, and unless somebody else wants to do something else, take a break.
Sounds good to me.